We open up on a kingdom far away from the land of Dunce, far across the sea. In the kingdom of Rosalith, a small county, you had attempted to steal the royal gem off the king's very head. Unfortunately for you, you did not anticipate his ferocity. He easily pinned you down, and you were easily taken into custody. And now you rest in his bedchambers, strapped to the wall, chains adorning your flesh. And then you hear the door creak open, and a man steps forth. Oh my. You're an interesting one, aren't you? What made you think you could steal my gem, darling? I'd have to say, though, your ballsy move was quite entertaining. Well, up until the point you put a knife to my throat. At that point, it was less so. Do you mind if I take a seat? You know, I would almost say you look good on those chains, but the scowl tells me you don't really appreciate it, do you? So, let us start this little adventure off pleasantly, shall we? My name is Count Black. Nice to meet you. I'm sure we'll be getting acquainted well enough. Hate me? Oh, dear, dear. If anyone should have hate, it should be me. You tried to kill me, after all, after you didn't get what you wanted, and, well, I could do so many horrid things to you. Things that you would never be able to speak about. Thankfully for you, I am not any of my siblings, so you'll be spared from such perverse fates. Oh, don't get me wrong, darling. While I'm not any of my brothers, I am still of the Black family. I go by my first name, Black, but maybe you've heard of my last name, Black. My father had a sense of humor when he named me. My brothers? If they had your hands on you, oh, they do such horrid things to your body. They do not care for the flesh, but you know what they do care about? Their desires to make someone feel powerless and weak, and they often use their gifted parts to do so, if you catch my meaning. I detest such actions, but I am only a count after all. I can't really do much in that respect. Anyway, under more pleasant topics, at least for me, it's my job to interrogate you. Normally, a guardsman would do this sort of thing, but I've taken a personal interest in you, my little fly. Oh, you think I'm a human? That's precious. What am I then? I am what's known as a Drachia. Do you know what that is? We've also been called were-spiders. I have the ability to transform into a large spider. If I choose, even an anthropomorphic one. Although I promise you wouldn't want to see it. It's quite horrific. The last person I showed fainted on the spot. I'm what's known as well, I don't want to give away the surprise, but let me give you a hint. What has a red hourglass on its back? You're catching on. I'm one of the most venomous, most powerful types of my kind. I bet that makes you wonder, then why are you simply a count? Because if I was the king of our little county, so unfortunately all the eyes would be on me. But if I take a smaller position and control things from afar, well, I won't take the fall. Not as much power, but keeps me where I am, I suppose. But enough about me. I think I've given you enough details to last a century. Probably can write a few books if you survive this. I want to learn about you, little fly. Your history is intriguing as a human. Humans here are not exactly the most welcome of species, you see. Back in the days of good old Siam, maybe your kind would have been welcomed with open arms. But since the Dunce invasion and since Siam's falling, Rosalith is all that stands between Dunce and complete world conquest. Sure, there's Gaia's empire, but they're more focused on internal affairs. I suppose we are as well, in a sort of way. And as a human, I know you're capable of great violence and great destruction. I know that you know what I am. And I'm not just talking about my species. You're aware that I'm really supposed to be the heir, aren't you? I figured. So, who hired you, little fly? I really don't want to damage your sweet, sweet flesh. But if I have to, then, well, you can't be mad at me, because I'm giving you a way out. Just sell out whoever hired you, and we could be free of this nasty business. I'll send you on your way, and we'll be done with it. You don't know. Darling, I find that very unlikely. Well, mostly because of the branding on your right hand. That's the brand of a smuggler. Which also tells me you know their identity. Or at the very least, you know their fake identity. You see, our kingdom's been trying to track down this thief for quite a few years, long before I was born. So, it comes down to me to root out corruption. That is my duty, and I'm happy to perform it. But in order to root out corruption, I need to know all the players on the board. And this player has eluded me for 10 fucking years. Sorry. I get a little heated. I've been stuck chasing this man, woman, whatever this being is, for so long. Anytime I get a whiff, I have to chase it down like a feral beast. I'm sure you understand. So reveal it to me, or things are gonna get nasty. Real nasty. Do you know how spiders devour their prey? paralyze them and slowly turn their insides to mush. Is that what you want, little fly? Because if you don't provide me any information, I'll just have to take that as your wish. So is that what you want? Do you want to be my dinner this evening? Or would you rather escape this place with your life? It's your option. Good little fly. Tell me all you know about this smuggler. I see. So that's their fake name, eh? Gives me something at least. And you say you met them down at the old pier between the border of Dunce. Well, that will certainly be a problem to investigate. I'll have to send a squad of humans in. I'll just pay them more than they're getting paid normally. Now I shall be gone. I said you'd be free. I didn't say when. I shall return. In the meantime, come. Good. Watch over our little pet. I have things to attend to, and try not to speak to them. They're mine after all. Ta-ta. He left, leaving a silent butler in the way. The butler looked strong, scales covering all of him, but he had human eyes. What was it? He wondered. As he stood there, chained to the wall, he thought about your friend that you just sold out. You knew they'd be able to escape, but you were still worried for their safety. And you prayed to God to forgive you for what you've done. You stared at the wall, stared back at the butler, who didn't dare look you in the eye. And your pig grew knots. When he said free you, is he gonna kill you? Eat you? You've heard of his family's cruelty for years, and you were about to be subject to it, you thought. You closed your eyes as hours went by, finally sleep taking you. But you did not dream. After what felt like an eternity, the door opened once again, and you saw the terrible Black Count Bleck again. Hello, dear. Did you miss me? Ah, you're a fun one, aren't you? Well, I suppose it's time to get you loosened up. Butler, undo the chains. There you go. There you son of a... Did you really think punching me would work? God, you're pathetic. You're making my bloodlust go nuts. But fortunately for you, I have some self-control. Even if I have you pinned underneath as one of my legs hold you down. Do you know how easy it would be to sink my teeth into your neck? Oh, I can just feel it. But I have self-control. Self-control. Now I'm gonna let you up, and you're going to stand, and then we're gonna go have dinner together. Understood? Good little fly. Butler, open the door. And if you run, you will not like the result. So stand on your feet. Good. March. Oh, relax, dear Sentinel. I know what I'm doing. You just keep your post. Oh, and prepare a special treat for our guest. You know the one. Oh, I am certain. I'm sure it'll be to die for. Welcome to the kitchens. I don't suppose you spent any time here while you were sneaking around the place. I didn't think so. Well, take a seat. I hope you don't mind meat. You see, I am a carnivore. I understand humans are omnivorous, but I cannot consume plants. It's a bit, gives me massive stomach pain because I can't digest it. But meat, something so simple about killing and eating another creature. Oh dear, I don't need to drain people's insides. It's just an option. I can enjoy a good steak. I'm sure you can as well. Go on. It's not poisoned. If I wanted to kill you, I would have done it by now. Oh, and fair warning for the future. Try not to aggravate my more predatory instincts. You don't know how close you came to death just a bit ago. Now, let us enjoy this meal. Oh. You know, fun fact, many people have tried to poison me, but I feel like they fail to remember the fact that I am immune to it. Being a venomous creature and all. Oh, relax, yours is not poisoned. Tested it myself. Hence why there's a little cut on the side, if you didn't see notice. I see you lack an eye for detail. That's okay. We can train that. Oh. I suppose I should offer you first, shouldn't I? Instead of just jumping to conclusions. Apologies. You took me by surprise today. For as much as fast and as much as strong as I am, you managed to get to my head and pull the jewel right from its socket. That means you are incredibly fast and agile. Perhaps even more so than me. You lack grace and you lack strength in certain areas. And I'd be more than willing to help you improve. So it's time to come to my offer. My court is missing I'll just call it what it is, an assassin. And not an assassin of people, mind you. We're not going to be murdering. But certain things for our county have gone missing by thieves like you. And they've stolen it and sold it and pawned it and, well, you get the point. With so many national treasures gone, it's led to, well, I've suspected my kingdom's been sadly corrupted deep, deep down, and as much as I try to root it out, I can only do so much as I count. But if I had someone who wasn't royalty, someone who was more down to earth, let's say, I could have, well, we could enjoy great things. My ability to keep my position as count is entirely justified by me rooting out corruption and taking back our relics that were taken from us by dunts and other small nations, small little islands, or little bandit camps, raiding caravans on their way to the capital. I would like to make you my official go-getter. Apologies. Salt's a little high. Gets stuck in my throat easily. So, What do you think of my offer? In return of you doing these things, I will provide free trading, room, board, and if you do well enough, maybe I'll officially hire you and make your position a permanent one you can even pass down to family if you so wish. Of course, I can't promise you anything higher than my county, but, well, I can at least offer you that much. Darling, it's not like you can refuse. So if you say no, I won't hold you. Well, I will, but not for long. I need to get all the information I can out of you after all, but after that, you'd be free to go. But if you stay, you'll never ever have to worry about your next meal. You'll be protected by guards, and more importantly, you'll have my favor. That's more valuable than you realize. Sure, I may not be a king or any type of a higher position, but being a count means I control several cities. It means I myself am in control of large stretches of territory. I'm in control of transportation. I'm in control of guards. And I'm well liked by my people. While the rest of my family are regarded as tyrants and are regarded as warmongers, I, on the other hand, have gone out of my way to make sure that people are supported and loved and cared. And doesn't that sound amazing? Don't you want that for yourself? Use you. Yes, I will use you. Whether you like it or not, it will happen. But what happens after is your choice. You can be my tool, be my instrument, and help me root out corruption and make sure our country flourishes. Or you can go back to your life of crime. You could probably get killed by a guard or get caught by someone more talented than you. Or you can have the official backing of the Black family. It's your choice. I will not beseech you either way. But do know the option is open. And you have the potential for greatness. I can see it inside of you. You're a natural born thief. You just need more training. So, what will it be, little fly? I suppose that's fair. You may need a night to think it over. I do hope you choose to stay, but if it must be no, then it will be no. Do tell me your answer by tomorrow, though. Oh, that is right. I almost forgot. I do have a gift, or more accurately, a presentation to show you. Come. My sentinel has prepared it for you. A nice little bit of entertainment for the both of us. Come along. Where are we going? To the courtyard, dear. You're gonna love it. Well, at least I'm going to. Oh, why the horrified expression? Do you not like what you're seeing? Let them go. No, I don't believe I will. This person right here, let you into our home so you could steal, right? They let you in and put my life in danger. Isn't that right? Please, don't. So now you're begging for your life. Pathetic. You tried to kill me. No, I just needed extra cash. You greedy, greedy slime. Please, I pay you more than almost any other servant. Do you realize that? What? I pay for your home, your family. I pay for your food. The only thing you're required to do is work in my service. That's it. You just stand there, look pretty, and that's it. I don't expect much. Just you to be on your best behavior. That's it. And you couldn't even do that because you tried to have me assassinated. No, it wasn't an assassination. I just needed more money. Why did you need more money? To speak up, or it will be your last words. To pay off him. Who? Him? Who is him? His name is... Speak up. Say it. Barbados. Sire, please don't kill me. Take him to the dungeon. Wait, no, please. Please don't have a family. They will be taken care of. You are not needed in their lives. What? You threw your family under the bus. We found your child, by the way. For a slime, I expected better. Sire, please, don't do this. What about my wife? Your wife will be compensated, and they will be escorted to a better home. And for the record, throwing your child under the bus is disgusting work. We saw how you tried to frame it in that letter, but it wasn't their handwriting. It was yours. How do you know about my... I've seen you write. And I've seen them write. The fact you tried to lie to me through letters, making it look like your child was the grand architect, and you were both taking orders from your boss, that is Barbados. It's truly pathetic. When you die, I hope Gaia takes your soul to the netherworld. Please. No mercy shall be given. Take them away. No. That, my little fly, is what happens to traitors and to scoundrels. That is what happens to them. What will happen to his family? They will be compensated, and we will pay for a home outside of the kingdom. Keeping them in will only put them in danger. Undoubtedly, the people will be raging. That slime's fool-ish behavior has put his family in danger, and what's more, put my life in danger. He will suffer for it. He will face the executioner's axe, and his body will be dumped in the ocean. And that is all there is to say about it. That is the consequence to hurting me or others while you're here. Do I make myself clear? Do I make myself clear? You will not harm. You will not steal from anyone in this court. You will keep your hands to yourself. Good. With that bit of nasty business away, I shall prepare your guest room. Come along. Silent, eh? Figured. Is that what's gonna happen to your friend? Oh, that and so much more. They have a lot to answer for. But I'm not getting into it today with you. Me and your friend have a very, very long history. We can call it that. Now, this will be your guest room. Usually it serves as an extra maid room, but recently she went searching for another career, so the room is free. Enjoy it to your leisure. Sorry that the walls are pink, but, well, it's what she liked. Now, I'll see you tomorrow. Don't be tardy. I expect you by my room by 7 a.m. sharp. And that's another file put away. How much work do they really expect me to do? Honestly, it's pathetic. So many nobles wanting my hand when I'm married to the Black family. It's like they forget I'm a beast. Yes, little fly. Come on in. What am I doing? Mostly paperwork. Now empty your pockets. Just do it. Good, you didn't steal. Glad we're on the same page. Now, sit. I need to know every last bit of information about your friend. You want to trade. What would you want for this information? Why I'm so bloodthirsty to get them? All right. Fair enough. You give me a smidge of information, I'll give you a smidge back. Sound like a fair deal? All right. Location. When you met them for the first time, where did you meet them? Arcadia? That's surprising. Arcadia is a place of purity. It's where all the kitsune live. I'm surprised they would be there, that demonic little hellion. Alright, fine. Suppose it's my turn to give you some information of my own for why I'm wanting to hunt them. They... How do I explain this? When I was very, very young, they stole something to me of great, great value. Well, financially, it's nothing. Sentimentality-wise, it means everything to me. Your turn. How old are they? Just answer the question. You don't know, but you're guessing in their 30s or 40s. Alright. That would line up. Me and you are about the same age. Alright. Here's some more information. The object they stole was a ring. But not just any ring. It was my mother's wedding ring. It isn't laced with gold. Not made of silver. It's a bronze ring with heavy scratches in it and my initials, my family's initials carved into it. like I said, not super richy or fancy, but it's very important to me. Your turn. What species are they? They're a shapeshifter, that I know, but which species are they primarily in? At least during your time with them. Human, I suppose that would make sense. Well, they tend to shift into the species of whoever they're talking to. Me being a Drachia, they transform into a Drachia, etc. Alright, time to explain my backstory with them. When I was young, they were my friend of sorts. You see, they hailed from a kingdom that is no longer around. The kingdom was known as Solomon. It's a kingdom that used to be the tip of our nation, very top. Almost leading to what used to be Frostleaf, that is now Agartha. Anyway, their kingdom fell, I want to say when I was a teenager. So they were left with no kingdom and they sought refuge in mine. My father declined, not wanting to fight Frostleaf, or Agartha for that matter. So in rage and anger, he stole my mother's ring. My mother, who was ill at the time, having the hollow sickness, couldn't even fight back. Her poor feral mind couldn't even comprehend what was happening. He did more than take that ring. He killed her. To take it, he chopped her head off and ripped the ring right off her finger. And I will never forgive him for that. He may have been my friend, but he's... I'm getting worked up again. Calm, Black, calm. Remember, self-control. All right, your turn. Do you have any idea of where he is now? I don't want to hear your condolences or sorries. I've heard enough of those. Just tell me if you know where he is, okay? Damn it. No, I'm not mad. It makes sense you wouldn't know. He's always been secretive. Okay. Next question. Oh no, I'm not giving you a speck of information for that. You couldn't provide an answer. Now, my next question. How did you learn about the jewel atop my head? Well, I'm waiting. You read it in a book. What book? How do you have that? No, I'm serious. How do you have that? That book should have been burned. Like, I mean, I'm happy the book still exists, but I thought all the copies were obliterated. You just happen to have the book that's disappeared off the continent. The only people I know who had that book was the old... Forget it. to know. There used to be a kingdom to the west. They weren't an official kingdom, mind you. They were more of a small house, but they were considered prestigious. They were a coastal kind of place. Very beautiful kingdom. It's in ruins now. No one goes there anymore. But I liked that place. I never got a chance to meet the royalty there, but I liked it for as long as it lasted. The family that owned it were known as the Albrights. They were sort of the de facto leader of that place. But a raider band came and, well, when you build a kingdom out of straw, the big wolf's gonna blow it down. We sent troops, but it was far too late. The bandits had ravaged the place. Not a single soul was left alive. The soldiers searched high and low, and there was no survivors. They were all burned at the torch. The best thing we could do was build a grave right next to the town. It's a heavily gated off and fenced off area and is considered sacred ground. The church rules over that area. That's the one area Guy's been allowed to be because they watch over the departed souls. That book was burned because it's what allowed the bandits to burn them down. It contains all the structural weaknesses and integrities of each kingdom on the continent. Hell, probably every kingdom in the world. And the fact that you have a copy of it and it has me in the book is worrying. Do you still have this book? I didn't see it on your person. In your hideout. What are the coordinates of this hideout? I'll have my men check it out. I need to get this book. How did you come into possession of it? It was passed down to you. You haven't really spoken of your family. I haven't pressed you for it, but are they on the right side of the law? Oh, I see. Well, I apologize then. It's a shame. No, I mean it. I don't wish death on most people, much less their families. So I apologize that yours are sadly no longer with us. I'm sure they were decent. Alright, little fly. I suppose this will be the end of our little interview. I think I've gotten as much information as I can get out of you. Have you gave my offer some thought? The offer to hire you, I mean. Again, if you don't want it, then I'll drop it. But the option's still there. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. I honestly thought you were going to leave. Well, who am I to say no to such an offer? I, Count Black, happily accept you into my service, little fly. I hope you know Sentinel will be training you. Oh, relax. As tough as that little dragon man can be, He's honestly sweet on the inside once you get to know him. Now, I suspect you'll get familiar with the castle grounds. I have other banners to attend to, mainly looking for him. You get familiar and greet some of the servants. You'll be staying here for a while after all, and you'll be trained by them personally, so you might as well be friendly. Now, I shall go. It has been 3 months since you entered his service. You're staring at the wall now, wondering what to do. His brothers are supposedly coming into the castle today. You felt fear grip your chest. He had warned you over and over not to interact with them, but you fear you may not have no choice if they come to you. Ah, hey little fly. What brings you to my office? Job. You're right, I haven't given you a job yet. No, that's quite deliberate. Still working on upping your loyalty, and also, for obvious reasons, you're not quite ready for the job I have in mind. Yes, I've been looking into him as well. I'm getting closer, but we're still stumbling. He always seems 2 steps ahead. And with my brothers coming in today, I'm afraid I'll have to put a pause on it for now. My brother Hyperion and my other brother Atlas, you should avoid them at all costs. I mean it. They see little flies like you and their impulse control is terrible. And I would rather not see something bad happen to you. You are very useful after all, and it'd be a shame. Well, go on out. I have to get dressed. Red or black? Nah, screw it. We'll do both. Alright. Let's do this.
Now pronouncing Count Hyperion and Count Atlas.
Ah, little brother. Hey, Atlas. You don't seem very... Oh, who is this? That would be my new... I'm training them. Making up new positions for your court. That's our brother. Always so fun. I don't see the big deal. Hey, Hyperion. Sup? Anyway, you two are welcome to the throne room and kitchen, and stop being such a suck-up. You know Father hates it. Besides, wouldn't it be much more fun if you played with your new servant? No, they're not to be played with. Oh, are you putting your foot down? That's a shame. Anyway, where's the bar? That would be to the west. Thanks. No problem. So, Black, tell me, have you considered our proposal? It's still a no. Oh, so cold. Well, maybe you'll consider it. No and still no. Oh, I know you will. And oh, Little fly, I suppose that's what he calls you. Do be on your best behavior. I'd hate to have to get my claws around you. And, brother, I didn't know you could get this kinky. Leave. Fine. I'm gonna go have a bar with Hyperion. He's more fun. Little fly. Stay close to me. Got it? Look, I don't care about you. I really don't. But if I don't step in, they will do unspeakable things to you. It is best that you're around me and not them. Ah, Hyperion, come here. It really doesn't suit you when you try to mimic me. What? It's funny. Try mimicking me. No, Atlas. You're no fun. Anyway, your voice mimicry is getting better. What kind of prey have you caught with it? I don't really need to catch prey, though. Why not? Because, I have hunters. And I have servants, and maids, and butlers, and honestly, I really don't need to do any of the stuff you guys do. Aw, our brother's flaunting his wealth again. I run a small county. You guys run significantly bigger ones. You guys can do what I do much better. Sure we can, but let's be honest, you were gifted with the brains. And the cunning. I mean, how do you basically control an entire kingdom from a small county? I don't really control the whole kingdom. I think you guys are getting the wrong idea. Oh, brother, I don't think we are. You know, recently we traveled to Gaia. You did? Why? Just to get a culture shock. Well, that we heard the Lamias down there were... I mean, yeah, they were kind of tight, but I was able to fit in pretty well. I don't want to know. Okay, jeez. Anyway, we went down there and, well, it was quite nice, honestly. Although the locals were less than thrilled when we tied them up and, we had our way. Yeah, I know your two's activities. Look, I really don't want to be involved in that. Come on, brother. I mean, have you even, laid anyone yet? Or taken them as their... I'm not doing that. Also, why aren't you so uncomfortable in your Drachne form? I mean, we all use our human forms, I guess, in public, but we're in private now. We can absolutely not. You know what that form does to us. What? It makes us more primal. That's kind of the point. We can eat and kill whoever we want. Isn't that freeing? No. And look, this is my kingdom. You guys can do that shit in your kingdom. Alright, leave well enough alone. Jeez. Oh, little fly, come here. Disregard that command. What are you doing? What? I'm hungry. You're not eating my servant. Why not? They look good. Real good. You're not fucking them either. You're no fun. What if we try to do it anyway? What if I don't you touch them? Jeez, you're kind of scary when you do that. Yeah, where the hell did that come from? Nowhere. Look, just leave my servants alone. Alright, fine. You're gonna bare your teeth, and we guess we will. Oh, and, by the way, try not to piss off Father again. He's getting kinda mad at you. Why? Because you won't let that stupid guy go. I mean, he stole a freaking ring. It's not that important, dude. It is important. That's our mother's ring. Don't you guys? No, we don't. Mother's gone. Let it go. If you don't fix your behavior, we'll be forced to do something, and you know it. Don't force our hand. Start acting like the prince you are. You could go up and take the throne anytime you want, you know. And you're letting all of us down. You don't... Hyperion! No, shut it, Atlas. I'm tired of playing all pussyfoot. You have a responsibility. You're talking just like Dad. Well, maybe he has a point. You are meant to rule. And here you are playing house. With what, a new servant? Are you just playing with them? Just kill them and get it over with. That's not what I'm gonna do. Just like you didn't plan to do it with your last one. Don't you dare talk about her. Oh, I'm gonna talk about her. How you sunk your teeth deep into her neck and drained her dry, turning her innards to mush. We all know the predators inside of you, just like in us. So don't act like you're above us. That was not my fault, and you know it. Not your fault. By the time the servants got there, she was a bloody mess all over the floor and stomach acid was all over the place. And you're gonna tell me that wasn't your fault. She was gonna kill me. And yet you could have just snapped her neck, but you didn't, did you? Please stop. No. You're a beast who refuses to accept his other side. I don't even know why we bothered to come, Atlas. I'm out of here. Hyperion? You can be so brutal. Get out. Huh? Get out. Both of you. You are not welcome. You know you're gonna make Father even more angry. I know. I pity you. Don't. Just leave. Come on, Hyperion. What, was it something I said? Yes, it was something you said, you fucking idiot. Ugh. Don't touch me, little fly. Just... you have the rest of the day off. I'm sorry, I need to go to my quarters.